What's going on, Washington fans? Welcome to the JTFB channel. I'm Josh Taylor. That's my boy Rio. What's going on, Rio?
What's going on, man?
We got some divisional playoff football.
Second round of the
Bro,
playoffs, man.
what is happening? What is this season? Like, when's the last time we made it to divisional round? Was it 2005?
2005 was the last time, and it was a win against Tampa Bay that got us there, man.
Yeah, then we lost to Seattle, right?
Yep, this is our new. Yeah, the Seattle put us out pretty much every year.
I'm about to say, was it 1991 or 92? They beat us too. Seattle did.
No, Seattle. Seattle beat us in 05. They beat us in 07 and 2012.
That's right, 07. That's what it was.
In 91, 92, we won the Super Bowl. We crushed the team that we play on Saturday in the NFC Championship in 91. So
yeah, it's funny because there was one year where we beat Detroit and then we lost to Tampa Bay. So we had to play Detroit.
Yeah, that was 99.
99. 99. We had to play Detroit and Tampa Bay in the same bracket, which is crazy because we could do the same. I forgot who won it that year. Was it Tampa or was it like the Rams or somebody?
The Rams beat the Titans because the greatest show. Greatest show on turf.
By that much. Crazy, man. But we're here. We have a lot to talk about. We'll talk about the line. We'll talk about the betting line. It jumped drastically. Obviously, as y'all know, if y'all pay attention, we always have the injury report come out as well. Let's get to some chats real quick. AJ said we got nothing to lose, fellas. We are not supposed to get this far, so let's be the Lions. Hopefully the Eagles can go all the way year one. I'd love it. I agree with AJ. We have nothing to lose. I feel like the Lions have a lot of pressure. They got there last year, and they choked big time.
Yep.
They had that game won. Like, it was a wrap. And they let the 49ers come back.
They Dan Campbell their way out of that one last year. There's no reason they shouldn't have been in the Super Bowl.
Oh, we'll talk about some fourth down conversions as well. Paul said, "What's good, fellas? Divisional game content. Who would have imagined this year one?"
My guy.
Bro, if you would have told me back in training camp, if someone would have said, "Hey Josh, hey Rio, I just want to let y'all know y'all going to the divisional round this year," I'm like, man, whatever you're smoking, I need some of that.
Oh yeah, that's that good shit.
That's that good.
That good shit right
but
there.
It's real.
This is our lives now.
This is something I was thinking about when I'm on the treadmill at the gym. I feel like I have my best thoughts, so I need to go more often. I was just thinking about, moving forward, this should be expectation, because I was texting Carly. Shout out to Carly from Bleach Report. She's like, "Are you ready for this game?" And I was like, "It's been a long time, but this is the worst this roster will ever be." And moving forward, this is what the expectation should be.
Yeah. Every
Every single year, playoffs. Not even just playoffs, but like divisional round. Like, it's not like a one and done kind of thing. But moving forward, this is the expectations now, which is crazy to go from a 4-win team to, it's like, hey, we better make the playoffs every single year now because we got JD5.
Yep. And that's what happens when you get a transcendent franchise quarterback.
Yep. And but someone, a future GM, told me on Twitter that he's a system quarterback. So
future NFL executive, you talk about that guy?
I don't know. I mean, we just got to keep the system alive. I mean, Cliff Kingsbury must be God if the system is just Terry McLaurin is the only viable weapon for JT.
T-Moo JT O'Sullivan needs to sit down, man.
Crazy stuff out there. Miguel said, "Just do your job and we can win." Absolutely. Shock the world. I say shock the world minus Washington. Because I think we have belief in this team, like not only the players, but as fans. But I'm just saying the belief inside that locker room right now is sky high. This isn't like some, we don't belong to be here kind of group.
Yeah.
You've got some veterans, even guys like Bobby Wagner that have been around a long time. Nick Allegretti, who's been to the playoffs every single year of his career. Yeah, Zach Ertz. Guys who have been here before, that know how to win these big games.
Yeah, Dan Quinn's been here before. Dan Quinn was a choked fourth quarter away from a Super Bowl title as a head coach. There's nothing about this team, this coaching staff, that makes me think they're not going to be prepared for these boys on Saturday night. And I don't care what nobody say, bro. We're about to win this game on Saturday.
We're going to win this shit.
We're winning this game, bro.
Like you said, though, Dan Quinn's going to treat this like the Super Bowl. Whatever prep they did, like, I know he's fixed it because obviously of that choke. But going into that game, that's what they're going to be doing today. This is what they've been doing all week so far. We got 2 days left, bro. It's already Thursday.
I know with this short coming off of like a Sunday night game, we're streaming on my channel till 3 a.m. and then we're playing on Saturday night. We got 2 sleeps left until the divisional round. That's crazy.
I mean, technically, too. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep Friday.
Yeah, I might not either, man.
Miguel said, Rio, you still got the Christmas trees. We've talked about this. This is good almond right now.
This is the good luck Christmas tree right here. It's coming down as soon as Washington's eliminated from the 2024-2025
so middle February.
Mm-hmm. So we still got a couple more weeks with the Christmas tree. This Christmas tree is getting us through some rough patches right now.
Jared said, Kittens fans talking real reckless. They have been talking reckless, and I'll be honest with you, the Lions has always been like an organization I respect. But at the same time, Rio, I'm going to be honest with you. If, say the next 2 years we get to the divisional, hell, we get to the NFC Championship game, I think you and me, I'm not going to speak for everybody, but you and me, we're going to be talking our ass off.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like
recklessly.
I feel like we would be doing the same thing that Lions fans are doing. The Lions have been down so bad. They were like the last team to have a winless season. You remember that?
Yeah. That awful.
They were in football poverty. We were too. Like we had the bad owner and everything.
So I feel them for popping their shit. They deserve.
Yeah, they've never been here before. Like we could talk about these. We could talk about Super Bowls. We can talk about playoff appearances and wins. They didn't have that till like last season.
Yeah, it's their first time ever being the 1 seed.
Yeah, ever. So this is brand new to them, and of course they are talking. But like respectfully, I'm not mad at them. Like they should. They've been down bad for a long time. What's going on, Anthony? AJ said, I'm gonna say one last thing. I'm comfy with our offense because of 5 when our defense steps on the field. I'm gonna be on the edge of my toes, boys. Mm-hmm. I like some matchups in this one, man. We're gonna talk about it.
Yep, me too.
DJ said Rio out here putting in work. My YouTube algorithm has been full of Lions creators on with him. Hashtag lucky Christmas tree. Let's see. Luvu got to step up this week. He's the X factor in the pass rush and the run game. I like that, especially Bobby. He's banged up, but he was limited today. Like I said,
that boy fine, man. I take them rest days as he's old, he's been here, and he may have had a little, you know what I'm saying? He may have a little tweaked ankle. He all right.
You can tape up an ankle. If it's like a concussion or something, there's only so much you can do. Detroit raised them ticket prices because they're scared of a stadium takeover. They saw what happened in Tampa. I know the season ticket deal that they have going on. It's expensive. So yeah, prices. I knew prices were gonna be crazy, but bro, the first day I looked, I was sitting up there with the good Lord Jesus Christ, and it was like $900. I was like, I'm good on that.
They're charging rent and mortgages to get into that building on Saturday. I feel them though.
Yeah, and I mean, look, hey, to each their own, but
because they're prioritizing season ticket holders packing out the stadium. It's gonna be a rowdy atmosphere, and poor Detroit Lions fans don't know that Jaden is not going to be fazed by it. Rookie coming into this building. Like, he played in front of 110,000 people in college. Like, that man played at Death Valley, Tuscaloosa, all these places.
I'm about to say Tuscaloosa. Ford Field, Detroit has nothing on a night game in Tuscaloosa. And I've seen that boy go against my Alabama squad in a night game.
He was moving them.
and
he got knocked out the game.
Did work. Yeah, he did the Lord's work. I think it'll be a great atmosphere. I'm not worried about it.
It's gonna be lit. Last year it was amazing. Like watching the Rams in the playoff game. Oh my God, it was so much fun.
That's football. Like that's what it should be. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna be like a factor. I don't see it. I mean, you can talk about like, false starts and, silent count or whatever.
We be committing penalties sometimes.
Yeah, but I mean, look, Dan Quinn was blasting some Eminem in the at practice today.
Had a little lose yourself, going a little mom spaghetti.
He was the small details. Like, he was down to the grid. He's out. I want every Detroit rapper on a playlist for practice tomorrow. Anthony said Commanders 28-20. Greg said HTTR. What's going on, Greg? What's going on, Radar? Good to see you.
What up, Radar?
Garrett Wilson going to be here next year. Yes, he is.
Please,
a lot of people.
Please,
fun part about all this is the pressure is on Detroit to win, and we can come in and play spoiler. I like playing spoiler.
I like crashing the party, man. Sometimes you don't need an invitation. Sometimes you pull up and you show out. Let's
I
go.
know we're gonna be the wedding crashers.
Sometimes you got to pop out and show lions. Let's do it, bro.
Be careful what you say. We can't get sued or nothing. Hey,
My bad, Aubrey.
we don't want no copyrights, and we don't want no some soft strikes as well.
We're suing content creators is crazy.
That is crazy, bro. Content creators that you said to play your track. That's some next level hating shit.
That's gonna be Lions fans after we beat them.
That's like Bears fans. Bears fans are the Drake of the
NFL. Oh my god.
We had them rooting for the Lions this week, bro.
Out of jealousy and insecurity.
And then, breaking news: Caleb is not a Washington fan. He never was, apparently. Remember?
Even though he thanked the Lord Jesus the day Dan Snyder sold the team. I guess he did that on accident.
Yeah, he said that. Yeah, that was his assistant that sent that. Let's see. Playoffs tree don't need electricity to give us good luck.
Exactly, bro. Off, bro. We raw dogging trees out here, bro. Just straight, just what is it called? Flock, just a flock tree, no lights, bro. Raw dog Christmas.
That's the display you get at the store.
Yeah, let me get the price tag on the back. Let me get that one right there. Throw it in the back.
It's already fluffed out somewhere. I see a couple of holes there. We're not gonna talk about that. There's some coverage issues. That's all right. Outside of the NFC North, the Lions are 1-12 against playoff teams. I think we're 3-0 against them, like all time in the playoffs.
Yeah, we beat them 3 times. I think it was 83, 91, and 99, something like that.
Yeah,
it was like divisional round. NFC championship in 91 and wild card round in 99. But yeah, this year though, against like legit playoff team, they beat the Rams, but outside of their division, they beat the Rams, but they lost to the Bucks and the Bills. Outside of the Vikings and Packers, they really like to poke through our wins and say we haven't beat nobody. I mean, the Lions haven't really beat anybody either, other than week 1 versus the Rams. So
yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah, like the Vikings, cool.
Frauds.
Beat them twice. Barely beat the 49ers at the end of the season when their season was done. Beat the Packers by 3. Beat the Colts, Texans, Jaguars, Titans, Cowboys, Seahawks, Cardinals. I mean, that sound like our schedule, don't it? Like, am I wrong?
Yeah, the division is where they did their heavy lifting.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold's fraudulent ass and the Green Bay Packers. But for people to say we ain't beat nobody, I mean, y'all beat y'all division. Congratulations.
Yeah. I mean, what they did in the division was impressive.
Yeah, they went crazy in the division.
Yeah, Packers beat them by 10 and then beat them by 3. But like you said, the Vikings, that last game of the season, I was watching that expecting it to be like the greatest thing I've ever seen in the world. And the Vikings the last 2 games, bro, they were so bad.
Bro, Sam Darnold, bro. That's why I told people, like, you can put all type of makeup, filters, and BBLs on a pig. It's still a pig at the end of the day, bro.
You can still make bacon.
Bro. Yeah, exactly. You can still make bacon at the end of the day. You're not gonna convince me that Sam Darnold was a franchise quarterback because Kevin O'Connell put witch magic on him and coached him through the season this year,
Yeah,
but
he's gonna look good in that New York blue though.
Mm-hmm.
What up, Queen Sheen said, hit that like button, absolutely smash that like button and subscribe.
What up, Sheen?
The way the Lions fans are talking, you would think that their team is a combination of the 85 beers and the greatest show on turf. They think they are, and I mean they still have a lot of injuries. Like I know they've been playing well.
They're like that, they're a really good team, but
one thing I'm not gonna say is like they suck or something. They obviously, I think they're better than the Chiefs. I think they are the best team in the league.
They are the best. Well, in the regular season, I'll say they're the best team in the league.
So far.
But now that the playoffs have started, the Chiefs are going to hit the on switch, and I would fear going to Arrowhead much more than going to Ford Field, who just played its first playoff game there last year. They do this every year in Kansas City.
What's the clip of Lane?
Oh, no, he's talking about Lake. The clip with
Lake. Yeah.
Why would I be embarrassed about that? That's called motion. That is called motion, bro. We've been everywhere. They've been talking about it on the radio, people's podcasts.
And US Bet Rio.
Yeah, Bet US Rio. Bet US Rambling Rio. Like, I don't know. Kevin Sheehan had no idea what my show was called, but that's what's up. That's called motion right there, baby.
Lions starting right guard just got called out with the hammy. So let me pull up there.
It's true.
Is it?
You got people trolling in the chat sometimes.
Yeah, probably a Lions fan. Let me see what their injury report is. So yeah, Kevin Zeitler out. That's their starting right guard. That's it though. Like Enos Rakestraw, questionable. So it looks like Montgomery, and it looks like my dude.
Tyrion Arnold back.
Yeah, Terry Arnold's gonna be good to go. But everything else, our we'll pull this up. Our yeah, he could though. I like him. Where's it at? Here it is. Our injury report. It's a little long. But it's not as bad as it looks. The only thing, Jordan McGee out.
Everybody else is playing. All hands on deck, baby.
Yeah, all hands on deck. There's even if they're limited, Luvu playing, Bobby playing, Crowder's playing, Farrell playing, John Bates. This was the one. His shoulder. He had a brace on his knee. What the hell did Coleman do to his shoulder? He had a knee brace on, and now it's his shoulder. But
he's a walking injury right now.
Yeah, Zane Gonzalez full. Thank God, because I saw that list. We worked out like 3 kickers the last like 2 days, and I was like, bro, here we go.
Quinn pretty much stamped him when he spoke to the media today. So he said, yeah, there's no concerns with Zane Gonzalez. You know, it's a short week for us, so they were just making sure guys are good.
Lions fans said 40-0 after the third quarter. Pretty interesting. Bucks fans were saying we were talking reckless and we're shocked, but they don't know we come from the dirt. we come from I need like the chart of the levels of we come from the bedrock. We ain't the dirt.
Yeah, we're like something that's not dirt.
The depths of hell is more like it. Ain't no dirt where we came from. Let's see. 313, your franchise has been non-existent for 80 years. Shut up. I mean, like I said, that sounds interesting from a team that has never made it as far as we have, but to each their own. Shout out to y'all for making it out at nothing. Nothing more fraudulent than the NFC North. Win for Terry. That man deserves the moment. Bobby just started a new semester at Howard on Monday. He said in the postgame interview. Yeah, I saw that the other day. I thought that was interesting too.
That's what he was doing, man. That means also that he's back probably.
Oh, he should come back one more year. Yeah, Kevin Zeitler is out. What's going on? DeAndre said, "What up, gang?" And shout out to my boy Jenky Rana too. You saw the clip I posted.
Luther Burden jump.
Luther Burden want to be here, man. Someone said, "Put the gas mask on."
Honestly, this draft is weird. So you never know. You never know where guys are gonna fall. Yeah,
somebody gonna take like Quinn Ewers at like 6 and just fuck the whole draft up. Kind of like how the Falcons did with Michael Penix. Somebody's gonna do some stupid
Giants.
shit.
I'm calling your name.
At 3, that'd be something.
Oh yeah, he fits the billing of a Giants quarterback draft pick.
Yeah, he does. Not for real, but all reckless banner aside, I respect what they've done, but they better blow us out because if they don't, we're gonna pack them up in crunch time. I'm just saying, bro. If the Lions let us go to Detroit and get a win, you thought that Jaden Daniels is everywhere now? My brother, he's going to be the Madden cover next year. Like, they're going to be talking about him more than they do Patrick Mahomes. Like, dude, the Jaden movement is real.
If he wins, he would tie Ben Roethlisberger for most ever wins in a rookie season by a rookie quarterback, 14. That'd be the record. That'd be the tied for the record.
That would be nuts. I mean, I welcome all Lions fans in here. Golf throwing a pick will be only in your dream, Snyder babies.
AJ Osborne had a finger injury also. They put a designation on it. So we're getting a little look behind the curtain.
He does exist. He's still on the team. Let's see what we got. I want JD5 to do the Heisman Trophy pose on his next rushing team.
This is the place he was drafted. The NFL draft was in Detroit. So this is his first time back since he got drafted here back in April.
Fastest player on the roster.
On ours or theirs? Because Jameson Williams, if you're talking
about yeah, nah, that boy's different. I love shout out Jamo. For us, it might be Jaden, honestly.
Oh, it is Jaden. On our roster. We don't have that much speed on our roster. Yeah, Jaden. It's Jaden. Terry in his heyday was up there.
Yeah. Eckler could have a big impact in the passing game. I think so too. Detroit is definitely afraid their season's almost over. They're having some flashbacks to last year, some PTSD kicking in. Do you like the Lattimore matchup? So the thing with Lattimore, they said he's healthy. Is he 100%? I don't know. But how I see this going, like who's going to be on JMO? Lattimore's got to be on Amon Ra. Then I would go Saint Still on JMO. And I guess it's where it depends where they line up though, because they can put Amon Ra on the slot, but then it's going to be Noah Benogany.
I like Lattimore. I like Lattimore to have a good game on Saturday. I think he's gonna have his clear cut best game as a commander
I hope so,
this
man.
weekend, man. I don't think we're gonna see what we saw last week, man. It comes with the territory. He's trying to get his legs back under him, literally.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, literally didn't look like it. The thing with me is, I think the bigger questions more so Jeremy Chin and Quan Martin. Like speaking about JMO, it just takes a second for him to be behind your secondary.
Yeah.
Like not even
a team. That's a team effort. Nobody's running with him, but I think Mikey is the guy we're gonna like assign to him for the most part. I think honestly, it's gonna be static though. Guys are just gonna stay on the side and whatever's in front of you, defend it. I don't think it's gonna be a follow around type situation.
No, I don't think so either. I know the Lions are like lethal against man coverage. That's where defenses go wrong, which is fine because like honestly, we've been a pretty heavy zone defense this season, to my surprise, coming from Dan Quinn and Witt. I thought it was going to be a heavy man coverage team, but it really hasn't been.
Yep.
It's been a lot of zone, but which is good because, like I said, with Amon Ra and JMO, you do not want to be running a lot of man coverage because they are some man coverage beaters. They are some skilled route runners. They got speed, super crisp, but those safeties have to be on point. One hesitation is 7 points for the Lions. Like I just being real, it can happen in a second. Like JMO is one of my favorite players. He is lightning in a bottle. But also, same thing, the Lions are not the best against mobile quarterbacks this year. I saw someone talk about it. I forget who it was. Maybe it was like Dan Orlovsky or someone. But they're actually second to last when it comes to yards per rush against quarterbacks this season. They allow 6.2 yards per rush against quarterbacks, a total of 454 rushing yards against quarterbacks, which is 29th in the league, 6 rushing touchdowns, which is tied for 27th, and give up a first down on 43% of quarterback rushes, which is 28th in the league. So we're not going to say they're the perfect team, but they definitely don't want to see Jaden Daniels get into a groove where he's running the ball. And since December 1st, he's been our entire run game.
Yeah, he's been our entire run. We haven't had a back do its job. Just give me 40 yards at this point if you're a running back. Just give me 40 yards on like 9 carries, and that's a good day from a running back right now. But I feel like this is a put the cape on Jaden, drop him back however many times it takes, and just let him go and have the option to throw it or run it on every play.
I agree. I think there's a better chance this was a shootout than a blowout. Like, some people think it's going to be like 35-7. I think it's got to be a better chance of like 35-32 to where, it's just a back and forth. Like, I don't have the most confidence in our defense against them. But at the same time, like, Goff is a beast. I'm not going to downplay Goff at all. But he can have his moments.
A beast is a little aggressive. He's a good quarterback.
I think he's above average though. Like
he's a good quarterback. He's a good quarterback. You know, he's in the same tier of guys that will never be elite but are good quarterbacks. He's that.
Yeah, I don't think he's elite. But I think with what they run with Johnson, that's the thing. If they lose Johnson and Aaron Glenn, what happens to that team? Like, do we have faith that it stays together?
We're going to see what they look like when they face adversity, when they lose them coordinators, because they're both inevitably going to get a job at some point. But they're built good enough. Their roster and their front office is lit enough that they'll be fine and they'll be able to survive it. But Jared Goff is who I want to see what he looks like when another coordinator has to take over, because Jared Goff is a system quarterback. Jared Goff comes and goes with the person that calls the plays for him. So we're going to see. He's had the blessing to play for Sean McVay and Ben Johnson. So we're going to see exactly what he is when Ben takes a job elsewhere.
So 9 teams held Detroit under 31 points, including Arizona, Chicago, Houston, and Indianapolis. So there is a way. And And just looking at how they ended the season 31-9, 40-34, 34-17. That Bills game, first off, was an amazing game. But the one thing that really stood out once again was the rush defense just wasn't there for them. I mean, Cook had 105. Josh Allen had 68 and 2 tutties. 197 on the ground, and they only rushed for 48. That's, to me, is this whole, from east to west, this whole area right here rushing. Our running game does not exist outside of Jaden. They held Jahmyr Gibbs 8 carries for 31 yards. David Montgomery 5 carries, 4 yards. Jesus, man.
But this right here, someone literally said Goff went number 1 as an excuse to why he's elite. Yeah, Lions fans don't know ball, bro. They just happy to be here, man.
Hey. He said so did David Carr.
Right. We give that list could continue on for days. So did Jameis. Like, what are we talking about?
Y'all think Detroit would do many fake spy all game? Cliff said let them. But what about the fake spy? So the thing that stood out to me, what game was it? Oh, Atlanta. They did a really good job of like looking like they were going to bring the blitz and they would drop somebody back into coverage, and then vice versa, where it looked like somebody was spying in the middle and they'd bring like a delayed blitz. I think that's more so just like our offensive line once again, but they don't have the full strength of their D line that they've had this all season, and it's not like a shot at them. They're just not healthy. Like they just straight up missing a lot of talent on that D line, especially Aiden Hutchinson, who's like one of my favorite pass rushers in the league.
I wanted him to win the Defensive Player of the Year too.
Oh yeah, he definitely would have too. That boy was having a crazy year. Like even like 3 or 4 weeks after he was out, he was still leading in like pressures and like sacks. It was nuts. But they just don't have the same firepower on the defensive line. I mean, this isn't. I don't think this is a shot at all. It's definitely not better than the Bucks. It's definitely not better than the Eagles. Like ones that we faced at the end of the season. I mean, hell, even maybe like the Cowboys, like with Micah. Like
I like Aaron Glenn as a defensive coordinator, but their offense is what puts fear into my heart. I'm not losing any sleep over the Detroit Lions defense. They can turn the ball over, they can get after the quarterback, but our quarterback's different. And our quarterback moves around, and this team's kryptonite is scrambling quarterbacks. Well, I present to you, if Lamar's the best scrambling quarterback in the league, this is the next one right here. We're going to be fine on the offensive side of the ball. Their defense does not scare me.
Yeah, I mean, if the whole argument is if Goff was number 1, like, okay, Jaden was number 2. Like, what does that even mean?
I mean, the Goff in number 1. I mean, he's on the number 1 team in the league this year.
What about Baker? Like, we just beat Baker. We just beat Baker.
Come on. Baker threw for 41 touchdowns this year. Oh my God! You know, a good system quarterback can put up beautiful numbers, bro. It happens sometimes.
We got to abuse interior pressure with Detroit starting guard out because Mina Kimes said Goff struggles most in the pocket, collapses on him. So that's another thing too. Is like I don't think Goff handles the pressure that well, but their offensive line is just so good. You just can't really get that much pressure on them. But what worries me the most, especially, I mean, Montgomery, I'm actually kind of glad. Like I would much rather have some of David and a little bit of Jahmyr Gibbs than a lot of Jahmyr Gibbs, because we know Jahmyr Gibbs is going to cut it to the outside.
Yeah, Gibbs is a nightmare. Please put Montgomery in the game.
Roll Tide. Like that's the thing. Like I would much rather them. And I'm not saying this because our run defense is ass. Like it's bad, but I would much rather have like 5 or 6 David Montgomery like interior zone runs sprinkled in, and not a bunch of Jahmyr Gibbs like outside or tosses or counters, anything like that. Because our outside, especially like if you go back and watch like Bijan Robinson and a bunch of other elusive running backs we've played against, our outside run is where it's the worst. Saquon, that long one he had, cut it to the outside. That's where we struggle so much, is these outside runs. And it's not that we have a bad like pass rush, like Fowler and Doris Armstrong have been great this year. But when it comes to like setting the edge and stopping the run, they're not good at it.
Nope.
So I think that's the biggest, like talking about like draft needs or free agency, what we need. Like that's why edge comes up so much, because people watch the tape like, oh, they're getting pressures, they're getting sacks, but man, they cannot stop the run on the way to the quarterback to save the life.
And the thing you could say about mid-pass rushing ass Sweat and Chase Young is they could play the run well. And there's
all they did.
it different. We got edges that don't rush the pass, and we got edges that only play the run, but they played the hell out of the run when we had them.
So like I've seen this too. Like Kirby Joseph says, first off, I don't think they're that bad. Like he's made a couple questionable ones, but I think people are too soft these days.
I like Kirby Joseph. I want to say
I love Kirby, bro.
Joseph. I would love to have Kirby Joseph.
I remember me and Serge were down in Mobile at the Senior Bowl, and that boy was lit all week. Like he was doing bad. Like Serge was like chilling with them, like taking pictures and stuff. That boy was lit all week. I was like, dude, he's gonna be one of those good ones. And then of course my guy Branch, one of my draft crush, Roll Tide. I think yeah, he's different. That boy.
He should be a commander. He should be a commander.
It's sad.
Ron told him they were going to draft him.
It didn't. Like, bro, can you imagine if we had him? Yeah, I'm telling y'all, Branch is good. That's the one thing that really worries me on defense is those two guys. I mean, that's the best safety duo in the league, and it's not even close, to be honest with you.
Meek Robertson's about to shut down Terry. Yeah, we're good over there. Yeah, we're good on that side. I promise.
Yeah, I mean,
I like him, Meek. I like him, Meek.
Yeah, I like him too. He gave us the toughest line I've ever heard.
Oh, that was a bar. That was a bar,
like,
bro.
That was straight from the heart, bro. That shit, A1. But I mean, I saw what he did against Justin Jefferson. But once again, Sam Darnold was on his ass.
And Sam Darnold missed like 3 touchdowns to Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, which happens a lot, especially when I bet on Justin Jefferson this season. That it seemed like that's exactly what was about to happen. But I think if Detroit does decide to run a lot of man, I think that's when we have our best opportunities. I think it's going to open up the run lanes for Jaden. And then, like you said, oh yeah, something else I saw. I thought this was interesting. Shout out to Matt Harmon, Virginia boy. Was talking about Terry McLaurin led all pass catchers in yards gained on go routes. It was just a straight go route, 9 route, whatever you want to call it, with 387 yards gained on go routes, and was second in yards gained on go and corner routes, 428. And someone said, worth noting for this weekend, the Lions have allowed the second most receiving yards per game on targeted go routes, 42.8, behind only the Browns, and he toasted the Browns. So that signature pass that Jaden and him, and everyone's been saying it this week too, which is awesome to see. It's like Jaden and Terry were meant to play together.
Yep.
Like they were destined to be together. Mm-hmm. But how many times this season have we seen that signature just deep ball to Terry?
It's beautiful. That go ball, man. That go ball. Lord, the things we could have did versus the Saints that week, man.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
We be lining them go balls up. And I love how we came out and hit them with one first possession versus Tampa last week.
That's exactly what we need to do. Like this is going to be a very aggressive game. What's the over-under on like the 4th down attempts this game?
4th down attempts? It's probably going to be like 6 or 7 between both teams.
I think so too. It's just going to be.
I would set it at 6.5. I set the number at 6. Bro, we went for 5 by ourselves last week.
That's crazy. It's going to be a balls off between Bald Dan Quinn and Bite Your Kneecaps Coach Campbell.
Oh, yeah. You know, we got to get our guys get it in nice and clean before they get to the stadium, bro. They got clean water in Michigan, or we good?
Y'all better have some filters at the stadiums. I mean, if I'm talking to Tress this week, I'm like, hey, bro, just stay home. Like, spend some time with the family.
Yeah, we need them to hold the field goals. We need them to hold the field goals and
you can get Mario
and the extra point.
You can get a quarterback to do that. Mm-hmm. That's what they do in college. What teams has Washington beat? The ones that they put on our schedule. To be honest with you.
Yeah. I mean, outside of their division, the only team they beat is the Rams. So what are we talking about? Yeah. You know, we won 13 games and y'all won 15, and I'm including the playoff game in those wins, because we're 1 win short of having the most ever by a rookie quarterback team.
And we're in the same round as the Lions. Like, that's the thing that really pisses me off too. Like, what did y'all do to get here?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we here.
Oh yeah. And they're acting like they've been here. Like you fucking just got here last year. Like the
Literally.
first 2 years of your rebuild, you saw 0 playoff games. You hosted your first ever playoff game at Ford Field last season. Y'all have not been to the mountaintop. You've witnessed as many Super Bowls as me and you have witnessed Washington play in. So shut the fuck up. Be confident, but shut the fuck up. Like y'all aren't the Chiefs. I promise you. God bless your heart, though.
Yeah. We're gonna need a Cincinnati game type performance Saturday where the offense played an almost perfect game and the defense made enough stops. And like I think that's the kind of game, like just going back to our schedule, that's the kind of game I could see it being, honestly. Just straight up that Cincinnati game. Except they don't have Joe Burrow. But their defense is way better than the Bengals defense.
Yeah. It's not the same. It's not the same.
That Bengals defense is.
Yeah, and the other difference is we played a special quarterback that night. There's one special quarterback taking the field this Saturday at Ford Field. I let Lions fans know that when I was on Woodward Sports last night. The host was about to lose. They were mad as shit because I was like, I looked at him in his face like, your quarterback's not special. He's having a phenomenal season, but he ain't that. I'm sorry to tell you the truth, man. It hurts.
First play deep ball to Terry. The rest will just fall into place. I like it. We gotta respect our DL depth if they do their job to the maxes. Versus this Lions, they deserve praise. We need to all step up on Saturday. If we don't stop the run, it's gonna be a long day. Like to me, like once again, that's what it comes down to. If you can't stop this run game, which not a lot of teams do, we're just being honest, it's gonna be a long ass day. I think we should put John Allen on the edge for parts of the game when the sun runs.
I like the pain on the edge, sure. Yeah. John Allen, absolutely not.
He's a little too interior for me.
Yeah,
but like
stiff.
Our best run defense has come when they put Deron Payne on the outside. Though it's like you're not far off, Jared. That's when the run defense got better. Is when they start putting Deron Payne on the edge. I guess it would just keep Johnny, and then honestly, you would just rotate Fowler in like on pass rushing sets. Because once again, he's just not the best run stopper.
We need some interior pressure. We need to make Goff have to escape the pocket because he's slow as shit. We need to get our hands on that guy. He's a big target and he's statuesque in the pocket. We got to make it uncomfortable for him. He sits back comfortably. He's turnover prone when you pressure him.
Yeah. Raul, I'm gonna just tell you right now, you think just the same as most of us. Jaden's Terry is all we got. That's all we got.
We know this.
We've been saying this even when we win. We're like, I
love when people type in all caps to like emphatically say what they're saying. Like, bro, we know this already.
I'm gonna just all caps right back. We agree. Like, bro,
we do.
That's what makes us crazy. That's what shows. But
we that's the thing, because we have something special at the quarterback position. I know we can't speak the same language when it comes to that, but we believe because the ultimate equalizer in a playoff game is having a special quarterback. A special quarterback can keep another team's offense off the field, and they can give your team headaches as they march and matriculate the ball up and down the field on y'all all week. We have one of those. Don't think just a typical rookie is coming in the building. Watch a little bit more than some highlight clips. The boy's nice.
And that's what we're saying. Like, this is the worst this roster is going to be in his entire career. Like, this is as bad as it gets. We've got guys at wide receiver too that wouldn't even be on the squad for a lot of football teams. And that just shows how good Jaden Daniels is. But everyone else is saying, oh, look at the offensive line, and he's got Terry, and it's just the system. What is the system then? Like, what is the system? Because everybody needs to be doing it around the league. If that's the success we're having with just Jaden, Terry, no run game, pretty average offensive line, like I'll say mid-tier. Right now, I mean, the last few weeks they've been playing pretty bad compared to how they started the season.
The system is what remember Ron at the podium? Quarterback.
I never want to see that man speak again. Please let the Bears hire that man.
Quarterback.
That would be the ultimate breaking of Washington, is if the Bears hired Ron Rivera as their head coach.
Oh my gosh.
They would never be the same.
Please do. Please.
That would be the nail in the coffin.
They deserve to stay in poverty forever. Bears fans, I learned just how stupid Bears fans are this year. I hope I like Caleb Williams. That's gonna be my guy forever, my man 100 grand, but I wish the worst for that franchise going forward because their fan base does not deserve anything. They're dumb.
I think that we can at least all agree, Lions and Washington fans, that Bears fans are just the worst. They've never had a 4,000-yard passer. Commanders fans, you have hope this week, is what I saw. Jared Goff is 0-2 as a Lion versus Dan Quinn defenses. Goff lost his only playoff start versus Quinn as well in 2017 with the Rams. Quinn is undefeated against the Lions and have held them to 17 points per game. I'll take it. Just a little nugget. Not saying it's the same teams, but I'm just saying.
I've seen a random stat too about like Dan Quinn is 2-0 on Saturdays and Dan Campbell's 0-2. Not that means anything, but just another little tidbit.
Yeah, just add it to the top of the stack, man. I like these little random nuggets. Does it mean anything for Saturday? Not a damn thing.
Nothing. None of it.
But it still just makes this really intriguing. Let's see. I see Detroit natives are also being exposed to that Flint water. Makes no type of sense. Hey, I mean, look, shout out to Detroit, man. They haven't been here before. I'm happy for them. Brunell is the QB coach for Detroit. I forgot about that. And isn't Antoine Randall like the wide receiver?
Yeah, they have Randall L over there. They got Brunell. They got Hello Washington.
They gonna throw the game.
Hello Washington Redskins cast-offs and I love their coaching staff. Their coaching staff's like, Ray, how can you not like this Lions team? That's the funny part about this game is we all know how great this Lions team is. We're all rooting for them except the week that we play against their team because you root for the team that's never won shit before, the team that's never been to a Super Bowl, and you can't not love Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell makes me want to run through a fucking wall every time I hear him speak to his football team.
He's one of my favorite coaches in the league.
And I love how they've built their roster. They got it out the mud, no fluke shit. They just built it up through the draft. They didn't care what people thought about their draft. I remember people bitching about them drafting Gibbs that high, and they reached on Jack Campbell and
bro. That was an elite draft.
Yeah, that draft was crazy. I liked their draft. Like people
Campbell, like everybody was. Yeah.
Oh, they're reaching for all these weird positional value player like fam.
They were just supposed to draft good players. That's exactly what they did. The opposite of what the fuck we've been doing the last 4 years besides this last draft. But no, like, I like the Lions. That's what makes this so much fun is like, I don't even like hate them. But I enjoy the banner. Like,
Sean Dion Hamilton on their staff too.
Oh yeah. Hey, shout out to Sean Dion Hamilton. It's funny because I actually have like an official NFL ball behind me that he gave me. That practice one day. But yeah, shout out to Sean Dion Hamilton. Roll Tide. Let me see. Montez would demand trade lines all day. False Detroit City is the real fans. Y'all suburb fans.
No, he's talking to another person. He said, the real fans in the city. He said, y'all keep that suburban shit.
Someone said most Detroit fans don't even live in Detroit.
Yeah, and that was his
going on, Dubs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
313 was holding it down for all 4 hours of my stream yesterday. He was in that joint talking shit. I respect the consistency, man. My man he be popping his.
It's all good. So let's get to some hot takes and some predictions, man.
Woo!
We've been throwing out some good ones this year.
Hey, I got time, man. I got time. I ain't gotta go to 6, so bro. Take your time with it, man. Take your time with it.
I just want to get these predictions out there so we can see some reactions. I dropped my score prediction in our group chat. I didn't see yours. Last week we had the same one.
Yep. Twin.
All right, we were different by a little bit this week. Not too far off though, just 2 points. I'll go with hot takes first on offense because we usually do defense first. Shout out to Lance Newmark, was in Detroit before we scooped him.
Hopefully he stays here.
I hope so too. Lance put together a hell of a rebuild in Detroit, and he's helped out a ton here as well. I'm gonna go. First off, what I'm not going to do is I said too many this season. I'm not saying Luke again. And I'm not saying Ben again. I've already abused all those rights of doing both.
Hey,
of those
Paul, we got to retire the Luke McCaffrey touchdown and breakout game.
Not until training camp.
Unless it's a kick return, bro, we got to stop talking about Luke.
Yeah. It's coming, but
you got a bold prediction off the top of your head? Because I'm
Go
ready.
ahead.
I'm ready. I'm going to give y'all a bold prediction. This should not be bold, but Brian Robinson, 60 yards and a touchdown. No. 60 yards on Saturday. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to give y'all that. That is bold, though, because Brian Robinson getting to 60 yards feels like, whoa. Jaden Daniels
departing the Red Sea.
Jaden Daniels going to throw the ball. He's going to drop back 45 plus times on Saturday.
God.
Because we don't really have because all of his dropbacks are not intended to be he could take off. He may run the ball a lot, but with no run game, he's going to attempt 40. He's going to drop back 45 times on Saturday.
45. That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
It's 10 more than he did last week.
I'm about to say, I think last week was only about 30 something. Yeah, 35.
35.
I must say this is definitely a hot one. I think Austin Eckler has 2 touchdowns.
I'm with it.
I think we need to stop being stubborn. We need to stop just trying to feed B-Rob and try to make it a thing. Look, Cliff, Dan Quinn, whoever's in charge, I've seen enough, man. I have seen enough. Listen to I've said it so many times. 10 carries for 16 yards last week, bro.
Yeah, that shit's terrible, bro.
1.6. That sounds like fullback yards.
Mm-hmm.
That does not sound like a starting running back. You have to give Austin Eckler a real chance. Now that he's back, now that he's healthy, him and McNichols, like, bro, P-Rob should be third on rush priorities. I think Eckler, I'm going to say all-purpose yards.
They're going to ride with their man, though, because once upon a time, in short yardage situations, it used to be a layup to just give B-Rob the ball. But
it's not there no more.
Once we stopped giving him, like, giant, enormous holes to run through, we've not seen it there,
So, Steven, I mean, he's been inactive, 2 weeks now? Chris Rodriguez?
Yeah.
Luke is always open.
Well, he was at one point of the season. That has not lasted. That's cap going forward. Like that
first half of the season, it was.
Yeah, that was not the case going through the season.
I think Luke's gonna be fine too. I hear Rio. I
think Luke's gonna be a mighty fine wide receiver 4, wide receiver 5 in his career. He's going to be the round out.
I mean, if we get T. Higgins,
he's a glue guy. He's going to be a glue guy receiver for us for a long time to come.
But not like a Puka.
And you need them. Fuck no.
I thought he would, to be honest with you, bro. The numbers were there.
Absolutely.
The numbers were there. On the real, Diami 2 touchdowns, 85 yards. Diami, see, this is what I told you, Rio. Us Washington fans, we get a glimpse of Diami, and then we go off. And then he just doesn't show up the next week.
That shit was beautiful. Nah, we need it this week, bro. I'll drink the Diami Kool-Aid with y'all, bro. We need it. We need it.
Yeah, we definitely need it. But I think Eckler will have 100 all-purpose yards, which isn't crazy as much as he gets like targets and stuff in the passing game.
Bold though, it is bold.
It is bold, especially the 2 touchdowns. But I just think this is the kind of matchup. This is the kind of game. If once again he gets the opportunities, that second half against the Bucks, they said, all right, we got to get Austin out there a little bit more. We got to take B-Rob off the field in the second half. We did see more Eckler. He had a lot of big plays in that final drive. So I'm gonna say 100 all-purpose yards and 2 tutties for Eckler, which I think is very hot. But it's gonna happen. Now defense. This is where it gets interesting. I'm gonna let you go first on this one.
Marshawn Lattimore, 1 interception and 4 pass deflections.
Damn.
He's going to get active on Sunday when they test him. No, 3 pass deflections and an interception. 3 passes defended and an interception for Marshawn Lattimore. We finally get a glimpse of what we paid top freight for right at the eve of the trade deadline.
Man, him and Amon-Ra, though. Damn. If his hamstring is not at 100%.
Man, that boy fine. He was just getting washed last week, man.
I mean, Mike Evans and Amon-Ra are just completely different wide receivers, too.
Yep.
Amon-Ra, he's the shifty, crisp route runner. He's smaller. Marshawn can be physical with him. You ain't gonna be physical with Mike Evans. Even though he has most of Mike Evans' career, Mike Evans is elite when it comes to that physical, big boy style wide receiver play. But Amon-Ra's elite too. Amon-Ra, that boy nice. But he's just a different kind of wide receiver. So I'm interested to see that matchup. Like, if I want to see him be healthy, man.
I'm around zesty, man. That's a zesty guy right
there. I like the show that him and his brother do, though.
It's pretty cool. His brother carries that shit though, because Amon Ra, I don't know.
Nah, he cool. He cool. I like him.
Yeah, I like him as a receiver though.
Yeah, he's nice. He's nice. I'm gonna say Sanders still gets a pick.
Okay.
And because that's not too bold, just Sanders still getting picked, because it's possible. I think Sanders still gets a pick, and I think John Allen causes a fumble. I think that's
bold.
That's the bolder of the two.
Yeah, that's bold. I
think we get 2 turnovers though.
The turnover battle may be what does it, because we don't turn it over a lot, and
they don't really.
Jared Goff will put the ball in harm's way.
He can. He's been a lot better about it. Mm-hmm. But
most of it came in one game. I know.
How many picks he got this year?
Yeah, I think he had 12, but he got 5 in one game.
12. Oh yeah, they still won that game
versus Houston. They did find a way to win that game.
That was the most fraudulent Texans team.
No, but the Texans defense, bro, they're the catching.
They're crazy.
They are the no-fly zone of the NFL. Yeah. I've never seen
the straps with the squad.
I've never seen defensive players with hands like the Texans secondary.
Yeah, that's nuts. But the line is at 9.5 now. It opened up at 5.5, which is crazy. Mm-hmm. That it jumped 4 points. Do you think 9.5 is too outlandish? Or are you saying, hey, we're not supposed to be here. They're supposed to be Super Bowl favorites for the NFC or the Eagles, however you want to play it. And that's just how Vegas should go.
Okay, man. 9.5 is aggressive. It's very 9.5 feels like homecoming opponent type shit. Like it feels like when some bum ass team, a college team, schedules for week 1 of the season. But I get it. It's the Lions, but bro, we're not slumped. We're coming off a wild card victory. They haven't played in a couple weeks. 9.5 is a little crazy. Like, give them a touchdown, but 9.5. We've only lost by more than one possession one time this year, and that was the first week of the season.
Exactly. I just think for a divisional game, like, it's not like some fluke that we're here. Like, we're playing really well, and we have Jaden Daniels. I don't know. I think 9.5 is a little disrespectful. I could understand like 6.5. Like, okay. They win by a touchdown or whatever, but 9.5.
Yeah, that's great.
Thinking it could be 10, but 55.5 for the total. That sounds about right to me. I think that it could go over that. I'm thinking like 60, to be honest.
It's going over 60 because my prediction it's 67.
Yeah, I did 34-31 Washington.
Okay,
so I got 65.
34-33. That's 67. I got a 1-point victory. 34-33. Not typical numbers you get to. I'm trying to think outside the box a little bit. I think both teams are gonna.
We need a score, Gami. That's what we need.
Yeah, just let the punters not even dress. Let them sit in the crowd with Eminem.
Greg said, like I've been saying, B-Rob is no shotgun running back. He needs the quarterback under center, and that ain't happening.
And that is not happening.
That is not happening. B-Rob hasn't been playing well after his calls with the Jocks.
He canceled his appearance this week. Humble pie.
Yeah, definitely should have. They need to activate C-Rod. I just think they need to mix it up. Like, I get it. Like, when I went back and like rewatched the film, it's not even just like the running backs. Like, the offensive line play and the run game has been, it hasn't been consistent at all, especially in the interior. But it's just like we don't have any juice. We don't have any kind of like what? Like, we were a top rushing team. We were like top 3 for half the season. And then that shit just fell off once B-Rob started getting hurt, once Austin Eckler got hurt.
We went to the bye week and we never saw a running back again. We went to the bye week and we had nothing. All the rushing has come from the damn quarterback after we got back from the bye week, man. That is not a formula, but we're finding a way. Jaden, Terry, Ertz, and the rest of the bunch of wide receivers. It may be OZ's turn this week. It may be Diami's turn. We're going to see. But Jaden going to find a way because 5 and Cliff, As long as they're there on that field on Sunday, we're good, man.
If Jade is the leading rusher again, so be it.
Yep.
Just ride that horse because it's like we said, it works against the Lions. That is their weakest link, is stopping running quarterbacks. So if we get it going, I just look back at that Bucs game, bro. We had the ball so much. The Bucs had 3 possessions in the second half. If we give the Lions 3 possessions in the second half, I'm just saying, I like those chances. If you told me, Josh, they only get 3 possessions in the second half, say they score 10 points.
But on our part, we have to score touchdown. We cannot trade touchdowns for field goal because Ben Johnson's cooking that shit up on that side. He's the best in the business for a reason, and his bag runneth deep. So if you're keeping their offense off the field, you got to do your part and score some touchdowns, because if you're not, they can be efficient. They're the type of team, if they only touch the ball 6 times, they can score all 6 of those times.
Yeah.
You got to do your part.
We just said golf through 5 picks, and it didn't mean anything.
It did not mean anything, bro.
Mikey pick 6 back in Michigan. To think about his little return. Like I said, we already talked about Jaden getting drafted there. You said it's cool, like kind of like a full circle.
Yep.
No, I agree with you. It's so funny how so many fans are mad about the Bucs game. Like, why are we going for it? Why aren't we kicking a field goal? It's the playoffs. It's the complete opposite feel for this game. It's like, why are we kicking field goals?
No, this game,
you have to go for it.
This is Dan versus Dan. This is a sack off. This is the big testicle Olympics right here.
That's what I'm saying, bro. This is the kind of, like, coaching wise, this is the kind of matchup. And there's a reason why they put this as Saturday night. They didn't give a fuck about the Chiefs and Texans. They didn't care about the Rams and Eagles playing their first games of the day. They said, we got Dan Quinn against Dan Campbell, 2 teams that love going for on 4th down. We're the best 4th down conversion team in the NFL, like at a historic level. We need them to be Saturday night to where everybody's going to be watching this matchup. Either our run game gets back or we witness the best game JD5 has ever had.
Florida game.
Yeah. Who was it? Disco on Twitter said, like, what, the one play that Jaden hasn't had this season?
Long touchdown run.
Yeah, long. It almost came big as the Panthers. I thought he was taking that one to the crib.
Yeah, if he stayed on that outside lane, that might have went. That might have went all the way to the crib.
That was gone. Bold prediction: Zane will rub his hair 8 times before every kick. It's gonna happen. Shout out to my boy Zane.
He hit 17. I counted him. He hit 17 hair rubs before that field goal.
What's the over under?
That's my favorite number. I need him to do it again.
Yep. Defense 3 sacks for John Allen. Yep. Charles, what's going on, my guy? Here in Texas. Said smash that like button. Quan Martin INT. Quan's been quiet lately.
If he would have turned around last week in the end zone, he might have had one.
Bro, that was one of the craziest. I've had so many people ask me, like, Josh, why did Quan just turn around and jump up in there? I mean, I have no idea. I can't. There is no like technical thing I can say about it. I rewatch it. I'm like, I don't know. It's just like he knew where the ball was going. He said, "Oh shit!"
He jumped for the heavens, bro. He looked like he was catching the Holy Ghost in church.
I'm like, that's the only explanation I can think of, is he knew it was going to Mike Evans and he just freaked out and said, "I gotta get back there by all means necessary." And he just straight up jumped for it. Didn't get it, but it was close. JT Shamar Stewart is a projected top 15 in the draft. Climbing up the boards fast. Yeah, we need some edge rushers, man. I'll be at the Senior Bowl in a week and a half.
I don't like Scorton. I don't like him for us. I don't like him for us at all.
I mean, I like a lot of these edge rushers. Nick, I don't know. I think he's one of those. I think Shamar might be better than he is, honestly.
Like for us, I like the Tennessee kid.
James Pierce. He just committed like last. I mean,
I like Pierce. I like Uman Milan, and I like Kyle Kennard from South Carolina.
Oh, Kennard's a stud.
Yeah, he's a
Kyle Kennard is a Dan Quinn dude for sure.
Yes, he feels like an edge rusher for us.
Oh, dude, Dan Quinn would love him. Him and Mike Green too. He's a Virginia boy. Green. He's at Marshall. That dude's got tools for days. But yeah, we need that Micah Parsons-esque edge rusher, because Micah's not gonna be here next year. It'll be the year after.
Speaking of Micah, he picked us to win this weekend.
Bro, I'm telling you, he needs to come over here, man.
And Sherman said we could beat him this weekend. Richard Sherman, bro.
Someone said, because I was talking about Micah, someone said he a bigger fan of us than I am.
Hey man, Jaden Daniels converting folks like a door-to-door missionary, man. Everybody wants to speak about Jaden Daniels these days. I love it here, man.
But you know what's crazy? It's funny how we talked about this with Bears fans rooting for the Lions this week. Whatever happened to the game we love of like rivals just hating each other? Cowboys hate. Micah loves us.
Yep. We gotta bring hatred back in sports.
Yeah. Even like college, you got kids like transferring, like, I went from NC State to North Carolina. Like, I went from Georgia
college
to
is different, you know, they be getting bags now.
But still, like, what happens to hatred, bro? Back in the day, like, fuck no, I'm not going to Florida.
And for money, that's cool. But like I miss players like hating each other in the midst of the game. You know, like actual hate, real, like remember Baltimore versus Pittsburgh when they were trying to kill each other on the field?
Bro, those were the days. Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, back when just back when they were both really good teams and the Steelers were actually winning big games. But I think our biggest hatred now is the Eagles. And I'd say the Bears are up there too.
They're so stupid. It's their fan base are so stupid.
Yeah.
Like just very senseless, casual like takes. Like it's very dumb.
But it's like the Giants, like I don't even like hate, like they're just there now. And like Cowboys, their season was so bad, we haven't heard from them in months.
And when they do pop out, it's like,
yeah.
So what?
Show up to your own home games. We'll start talking about the Cowboys again.
Yeah.
Bold, we actually get 3 sacks. Ra is faster. Yeah, I want Ra is way faster. Let's see. Sean was rusty last week. Yeah. Hey, Chen, 2 interceptions. Chen and Branch might be the 2 hardest hitters on the field on Saturday.
Yep.
They both have no problem laying down the hammer.
I need Chen to lay one on. I need Chen to lay one on Jahmyr Gill. I need to make him think twice, man. I need to make him hesitant.
Put him in that box that whole first drive.
Come downhill and put some boom on him, you know.
Hit him with the Holy Spirit. This game will boil down to who is the better prepared coach. I'll say, as much as I love the aggressiveness, there has been so many times this season where the Lions have been graced by God in not blowing a game with some of their aggressive calls.
I like the aggression, but sometimes it definitely goes to their detriment, and we've seen the same thing with us.
I would not mind if they go for it, 4th out recklessly and give Jaden a short field.
You got to play like they are the much better football team. That's why when I see some of this dumbass rhetoric coming from Lions fans, like, we all know y'all are better than us. We all
the
know
roster's not even close.
You are much further along in your development than this football team. We know our roster's inferior to you guys, but we know that we could win this game because we have a special quarterback and we have coaches that gets the team prepared. And we play a style of football that can keep another team's hot ass offense off the field. Like, we know, like, we're very privy that our roster's bare right now.
Bold prediction. This would be amazing. Former quarterback. Luke McCaffrey gets passing touchdown on trick play before his first receiving touchdown.
Somebody's pulling out a trick play. You gotta let your balls hang on this one. This is gonna be Cliff, I need your bag to run as deep as Ben's this week because Ben Johnson, he gonna flex on us. He gonna flex on the basketball guys he turned down last year.
I think Cliff is going to be in his Louis. Like, go back to last week, the formation with Marcus Mariota, and you got Jaden Daniels going in motion. All the stuff that we've never even knew existed with Cliff. That playoff back that he's got, he's going to do something crazy. I'll say this, back to what you just said about the roster. Quarterback-wise, who would you rather have, Jaden or Goff? For this game, I'm not saying long-term. If you're picking a quarterback to start for you Saturday, who are you picking?
No, I'm only taking 4 people in this league over Jaden Daniels today, tomorrow, next week, and I'm not even taking all 4 of them depending on when we're there. But yes, I'm taking Jaden Daniels every day.
Exactly. We agree on that. All right, wide receiver, Terry or Amon-Ra? That's
our secondary is
No,
probably
just in general. If you're drafting a team, like say we're starting up a team.
Amon-Ra's younger. Give me St.
Respect.
Brown.
But what if I say you're just playing one game with them?
Who's throwing him the football?
Jaden.
Give me my boy Terry, man. I know
it's close as fuck, bro.
It's Amon-Ra, but
you know, so?
Give me my boy Terry though.
Like I said, I'm not talking like long term. I know Terry's old. That boy's
one playoff game. They got more on that side. You know what? Give me Terry because he's all we got.
I'm about to say that's all we got because you're not gonna like the next.
Yeah, he's all we got. Give me my boy Scarence Terrence, man, and his body catching ass. Let's go.
Tight end, Laporta.
Yeah.
Offensive line.
Oh my God!
Fucking
bro, you put Jaden behind, bro. They're 17-0 if Jaden's their quarterback, bro. They're going 19-0.
It would take Tom Brady to beat that team. It would take, you would need to get Belichick, Brady, Gronk, Edelman.
If they had a dynamic quarterback on that roster, they're unbeatable. They're unbeatable. The thing that, as good as the Lions are going to be, the thing they do not have a special talent at the quarterback position. And you're going to need one of those to go through Mahomes, Lamar, Allen, etc.
So, but we agree with that. They have the better offensive line. So offensively, they are way ahead of us. No one's ever going to argue that. Roster-wise, talent-wise, the Lions should tier 1.
Give my linebackers over their linebackers if we go to the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, yeah, we will. Defensive line right now.
Us.
I would say
without
us.
Hutchinson, us.
Oh, absolutely.
With Hutchinson, oh, my God.
I'm just saying, starting Saturday. Yeah, Hutch, definitely. That's just saying, once again, our defensive line isn't even that good. But you said linebackers, Luvu and Bobby for me, definitely.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I like Campbell.
Anzalone.
Yeah,
Anzalone, right? Yeah, he's back.
Yeah, the Beach Boys. He's good, but I'm definitely taking Bobby, Hall of Famer, and Frankie Luvu.
Safety is definitely the Lions.
Oh, yeah. Safety is, like I said, that's the best safety duo in the league. Now, corners.
Oh, hell no. Well, hold on. You know what? Corners? Give me us, bro. Give me us at the cornerback room because of Mikey Sanders still and what we expect Lattimore to be. That's what we've seen so far. But
the Saints game, Lattimore, when he didn't get thrown at. That's the kind of...
I like
Arnold's banged up.
Happy as hell, and he's banged up. And Amik Robertson's a dog, but
Sanders still's been... he's been as good as Quinyon, though.
Yeah, Satterfield's good.
He's really good.
And he's got whooped early on this season, so he's battled back from starting rough this year, and he's jumped from inside to outside. Sanders still probably the best out of all the names we're saying right now this season.
I think so.
Sarah still or Terry and Arnold. Sanders still or Terry and Arnold.
I gotta go Sanders still.
Yeah, you got to. Mikey balling, bro.
That boy out of place balling too.
He's our best corner.
I think so too. Yeah. Wouldn't be nice if we got Philly for a third time. Sure, but we got the Lions first. We ain't overlooking that.
I can't talk about the next round of the playoffs.
No. Hot take: Jaden getting a receiving touchdown. If that happens, y'all better take my phone away from me because I'm gonna be.
I don't want to see him running no route. I don't want to give him. It better be a situation like the Philly special where there is no one near him. I don't need his little broomstick built ass running a route anywhere near safety.
No, Mikey will be an All-Pro next year.
You remember when we sent Robert versus Pittsburgh? We sent him on a route and got him nailed by Ryan Clark, his rookie. You can't get your quarterback.
It's Ryan Clark,
too. You can't throw a hospital ball to your quarterback.
Hell no. I didn't even like him being in the backfield last week. I was like, oh, yeah, if they give this boy a run up the middle out the eye for him, Me and Cliff gonna have to have a talk.
Hey, have my man Jaden in the backfield like Genty. I was like, yo.
That was the craziest shit I've seen this season. We've seen some crazy games, crazy touchdowns, field goals doinking in, extra points missed, a Hail Mary, but
Hey,
Jaden Daniels.
we could run back that De'Ami Brown reverse pass deep ball, though. We could run that back. Somebody got to catch it next time, but we could run that back.
Yeah, the one we did week 1.
No, and the one OZ dropped versus
Oh, yeah. This one, that was one of my favorite plays this whole season. That Trent Scott touchdown, which was Jaden Daniels' first passing touchdown of the season.
It's going to be a Jeopardy question one day. Who
They
is
will.
Daniels' touchdown of his illustrious, legendary career?
Like Terry Zekerts, Trent Scott.
It was an offensive lineman.
Third string left tackle.
The third string left. The Q dog
came out of nowhere.
My boy was stepping. He nimble as hell.
Yeah, no, that was hype though. But that's the kind of plays that Detroit runs that you just respect.
Mm-hmm.
I will say I'm a big fan of Penei Sewell. I love their offensive line. Like that's what.
Yep, he's a dog.
Yeah, no, they got another Oos. Mm-hmm. That is what I hope. Our offensive line can look like. I think with what Ben Johnson does and mixing in these offensive line, and that's what like I like about the Lions so much is like they take their good players and just like get them involved in plays. You're not just blocking as an offensive lineman. You don't think about that kind of stuff. And then you see it happen, like, why has no one ever thought about this? Like, it's possible to have a good lineman that can go out for a pass. It's possible to have someone, run the ball. The
Lions had the lineman out running routes and shit.
Yeah, that was a little much
on the Cowboys, bro. Have my man Skipper out that joint running a hitch route or something.
Look like Drewski.
You see Terry's a 94 on Madden right now.
I saw that. He just got the bump.
Shout out to Terry, man.
That's gotta be like top 5.
Yeah, it's up there.
94?
That's up there, bro.
That's gotta be the highest he's ever had. I've seen him at like 93, like 92. I don't think I've ever seen him at 94.
I think we're gonna come out and take a shot on the first play of the game. I think the first play of the game is gonna be like an RPO or play action deep ball to Terry.
All right, what about this? What if are we gonna pull a Bucks and say we win the coin toss? Do we take the ball first?
I'm not gonna hold you, Chief. Yes.
You think so?
Why we defer? We can't defer to the Lions offense. I'm sorry, bro. We need to go out and set the tone. That building is going to.
But we're a second half team, aren't we?
We are a second half team, and that first half drive. I'll tell you what the team's gonna do. They're gonna defer, and they're gonna put Detroit on the field first. What I'm gonna do in that loud ass building that's gonna sound like it's gonna blow the top off of Ford Field. Eminem's gonna be up there beating drums and shit. I want the ball first. I want Jaden to go out there and set the tone and quiet that shit down on the first drive of the game. I'll tell you what they're going to do. They're going to defer and they're going to give the Lions the ball first because that first drive of the second half, it feels like we at least get 3 on every drive. We drive on every first drive of the second half. We get it. We come out halftime smoking every week.
All right, here's another hot take. It's not offense or defensive special teams. I think Austin Eckler runs back a kick.
For a touchdown or like just a long kick?
That first one of the second half, it is a gigantic run back.
So they're putting him back at kick return?
I want him and Luke back there. I think last week they did him and McNichols. And that made me scratch my head. I know they're protecting Eckler because he had all that is out the window. This is the divisional round. You've got to put him back there. I think he has a gigantic return this week. I think they decided to put him back there and let him run one back. But Luke's doing a good job.
Yes, he does. He might break one. Like when we talk about breakout play or breakout game for Luke, I want to see him return a kick.
So I'll ask you this last one real quick because I had someone ask me today, like how many games in a row has it been that Washington's been this close? It's been 5 straight games.
5 weeks in a row. Yep. 6
Week
games
15,
in a row. 5 wins have come on a final play.
Right. Week 15 against the Saints, stopped 2-point conversion with 0 seconds left. Yep. Week 16 versus the Eagles, 9-yard touchdown with 6 seconds left. Week 17, the 2-yard pass touchdown in overtime against Atlanta to seal the deal to go to the playoffs.
Yep.
Dallas 5-yard touchdown to Terry with 3 seconds left, and then Tampa Bay doinking in a field goal as time expired. What the hell happens at the end of this game if we have another crazy finish? How does it happen?
Look, if the Lions beat us, they're gonna have to dog us. I think if they smoke us, like I feel like we're gonna win this game, or they're gonna smoke us, or they're gonna win by multiple possessions. They don't give this kid the ball in the fourth quarter with a chance to tie or win the game, because let me paint a situation for you. Washington is down 7 in the final 3 minutes of the game. They go down the field and they score a touchdown. Are you putting Zane Gonzalez out there to force overtime, or are you going for a ticket to the NFC Championship and going for 2 in the win? And I say this to the chat as well. If Washington's down 7 on the final drive of the game and they score a touchdown, are you going to the NFC Championship and going for 2, or are you going to overtime with this team? I'm not.
Oh no, I'm not going to overtime. I'm going for 2.
A play that's moving the pocket for Jaden. I need the best play in Cliff's bag. They have to have an arsenal for situations like this.
I think I would want to run the ball, actually. I would want a Jaden Daniels designed run on a 2-point conversion.
Like a QB draw or some shit.
I mean, not like one of those like speed options to the outside where
I just want an outlet there in case they blow it up that he can throw it to somebody. I need an emergency. Someone has to run a route.
It's just when he's running in the backfield, especially on the outside, what he did to Kalijah Cansey.
Oh my God,
was ungodly.
Had him chasing him with his own towel and shit.
He's like, I'm gonna get you. Nathan with the super chat, appreciate it. Said hot take: defense holds them to 17 points.
Yeah, Joe Witt gonna get that Jets job if that's the case.
Bro, he might be a GM.
Joe Witt will be interview for that joint. Joe Witt would get that Jets job immediately.
Look, if we hold them to 17, we win that game. 17 would be crazy though.
If you know this team, you know that's what the game's gonna come down to the fourth quarter.
It's gonna come down to the last drive.
They're not finna boat race us.
Get a Doug Williams jersey if we win. HTTR. Hey, shout out to Doug, man.
Doug, man.
Doug captain all postseason. Go for 2, especially on the road. Yep.
What up, Shane?
Going for 2. Go for 2. Go for it. I'm just saying, man, I don't think I would want to pass it, though.
Somebody said speed option with Terry coming across. That's lit.
Yeah, that's what I would want.
I like, yes, sir. I'm sorry. It can't be a normal play in that situation. There got to be a play just waiting for that, because that's do or die. I don't know if my heart and my body could take that play. Like, I don't know if I could, like, I would die watching.
It's going to be one of those Terry balls across the middle where he just jumps up and catches it with his chest. Like that's the perfect way. That's what Terry does in traffic. He just jumps up above everybody. But I'm with you. I think this comes down to the last drive, man. For both sides. It could be Detroit or it could be us.
And please, God, let it be us with the ball if that's the case, because I don't want to see their final drive versus our defense.
That's what I'm saying. Like I want the ball to start the second half, because that's when we play the best. I want it to come down to we just have more possessions than them. I mean, bro, and this is crazy. We milked the clock against the Bucs without being able to run the ball. You know how nuts that is?
A 17-play, 9-minute drive with no run game is
I've never seen that before.
It's unheard of.
I didn't know we could do that.
The run game is number 5, scramble, then find it.
Said, I believe we can fly. Yeah, I would absolutely love a speed option with Terry coming across. Score prediction 25-24. Something ugly. Give me something ugly, man. Here's another thing. Like, are you chasing 2-point conversions the whole game or no?
No. Unless they do it. If they set the tone and say that's what type of time if the Lions say this is what type of time we on today, we're not kicking extra point, then we do that. But I don't think they're gonna do that, because while I don't think that they think we suck, I don't think that they think that would be necessary versus us. I don't think they think we're upper echelon. They don't think we're a team that should be doing all that for.
Yeah. But it's the divisional. Like you gotta empty the clip. Like you said, you gotta just air that thing out. Very much a winnable game. Let's go, said Billy. I'm with you. Terry is a G. Y'all know it's going to Ertz. I don't know if my heart can take another one of those that Falcons catch, bro. That was nuts.
Jaden loves Zach Ertz.
He does. That's another thing. Do you think Zach Ertz comes back next year?
Yes, I think he gets another 1 year. We just need to pair him up with we need to pair him up with a trainee. We need to put a young tight end next to him that is a dynamic pass
First day at work
vibes. Yeah. Let's send it. Assume the Bates role, and we need to pair him with a pass catching tight end on his roster. Young.
Shout out to Ben. I think Ben takes off next year. People think I'm crazy, but I do. But if he doesn't come back, you definitely got to replace Ertz. Jet sweep fake triple option with Diami and Eck. Lord Jesus, talk about
so busy.
Talk about a cook. There'd be so much going on in the back.
Imagine if we didn't get it, we'd be getting roasted into smithereens.
I saw a guy pick us because it's over 50, but he usually picks the over team, and he picked us for the upset. Hey, a lot of people. I know the money in Vegas, it's very heavy on the Lions. It's like 90% Lions.
Oh, it's all Lions.
But there's a lot of people out there that are like, anything can happen. It's a team that has nothing to lose, that shouldn't even be here to the outside world, versus a team that has literally everything to lose. Like I said, they might have to replace both their coordinators next year. The Super Bowl window, as the 49ers, it only stays open for so long. They have a godly roster, but at the same time, like if it's not now as a Detroit Lions fan, then when the hell is it?
Hell yeah, especially considering a lot of your success is dictating on like having the best play caller in the league. Like, yes, the players execute it, but Ben Johnson is huge to what this team does.
I agree. I think, and someone else said this too. It was a former player. Who was it? Logan Ryan was talking. Did you hear what he said? He just said, like, coming off that bye week in the playoffs, he said it's really hard. And he said, I'm just saying, Washington was on the road. They were the only road team to win in the wild card, by the way. They are coming off a game like that where it was crazy. It was a exciting win. Like, everyone's hyped up. Everyone's hungry. And then you have Detroit, who just hasn't been playing. He said it's just super hard coming off of that bye week in the playoffs and then hosting a team like Washington to have to deal with that. Do you think having that bye week, of course it's an extra game you don't have to play, but at the same time, talking about the rest and just the rust and stuff, we're going to see how the Chiefs look first. But I don't know. Dan Campbell, it's a big deal though.
Dan Campbell gonna have them boys ready, man. I don't think they're gonna come out slow, but it would be beautiful if they came out slow and we set the tone for the game. But I think it's gonna be mano a mano, man. Both teams striking.
I told you, Rio, the fall down bandits are ball control.
The fall down bandits, they never score, but they get the ball and go down. It keeps that is our run game. That is a great point. That is a phenomenal point.
It'll be a screen for 4 yards and
fall down bandits. That's some real shit.
Lions, their right guard is out. Thank God. That means John Allen's got to do something, man. John Allen, Deron Payne, all them boys, Bobby up the middle, Lulu coming.
Who is that?
Yeah, Zeitler. He's out. What's the Lions' rank in run defense? I believe Tampa was ranked first.
They're up there.
I mean, honestly, it don't matter because we can't run the ball. We could play the worst one, and it would be it wouldn't mean anything. All right, so defense and rushing. God. Oh, let's do this.
ESPN gave Jaden Fantasy Rookie of the Year. Not that it matters, because he's going to win the real one.
The real Rookie of the Year.
NFL honors. Spam them votes, by the way.
Oh, it's only showing playoff teams for some reason, which is stupid. And I don't even see the Lions on here. What is this chart? I was trying to look it up on ESPN, this website I've been using the entire season, and for some reason it won't show me every team in the run defense. I don't think it's that good, though. I just know they're not good against freshman quarterbacks.
Oh yeah, scrambling quarterbacks is like their kryptonite, man.
On ESPN bugging today for some reason.
I didn't know, like, isn't our total defense like 13th or 14th in the league? I ain't gonna hold you. I didn't know our defense was that up there.
Yeah, it's been better than what it feels
It's because
like.
our passing defense somehow is like high.
Like ass.
Run defense is bad, but the passing defense somehow is up there.
Here's all right, I'm at NFL.com. The Lions. That's offense. I want defense, NFL. Come on. No, their run defense is good. They've got the 5th best run defense in the league. They've given up 1,672 total yards. The Bucks was 1,663. The Ravens are obviously first. The Lions have given up 18 rushing touchdowns, though, mostly to quarterbacks. They've given up 9 plays of 20 plus on the ground and 2 of 40 plus, which I feel like is kind of high for
it is
like a top 5. But kind of surprised me.
Hey, we not gonna run on these boys though.
No.
We not. If we could get 40 yards from a running back, I would be ecstatic.
The passing, they're 1, 2, 3, 4. They're the 5th worst passing defense in the league, which is great for.
Yeah, someone brought up the great point. You don't run on the Lions because you're always in a track. You're always in a track meet.
Fuck,
you got to keep up the race.
You got to get in the lane and go. But we have the 4th best passing defense in the league, yardage wise, which is crazy. And we've only given up 25 passing touchdowns, which is pretty good.
It's not. Yeah, that's not bad
compared to the Panthers,
especially considering how much we're actually missing on this defense.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. The Lions give up a ton of yards, but they've only given up 18 passing touchdowns, which is 2nd best in the league. How the hell does that happen? You're bottom 5 in yards, but you're top 2 in passing touchdowns allowed. I guess they get turnovers in the red zone. They tell their safeties to go out there and get interceptions.
Kirby Joseph got 9 picks, man.
I'll tell you, he's nice. I need that all night Rio stream, bro. That post game, I'm just saying.
Oh yeah. We win Saturday, bro. I'm going until it gets light outside. I'm not playing this time. Like, that's NFC Championship, bro. We going
24-hour stream.
Oh my god, I'm going all day.
The Lions are cocky and the fans don't respect their opponents. That could backfire. I mean, sure, but like we said,
I feel them. No, that's going to be like us when we get to, you know what I'm saying,
next
first seed. We get the first seed
next
home field advantage. That's
let's see, protect GD at all costs. Yep. I think the thing is, like, Goff is good against the blitz. It's just like, for me, if we could just run a lot of zone coverage and cover them boys up and he's forced to throw it, I think that's where he's better. Where people struggle is when they try to blitz Goff and it's man coverage. Somebody's open. He's just going to find the open man. Mm-hmm. I don't want like a lot of heavy blitz packages and stuff like that. Like, just play coverage and stop the run and just make them find open zone holes, which I think is where he's, I'm not saying his worst. It's definitely worse than his man coverage. No one runs the ball in the Lions because they're always ahead. Exactly.
Yep.
I think they will come out flat, but then be mesmerized by Jaden and his quarterback play and play catch up in the 4th quarter. It's going to be a late. We win 34-28. Need a pick 6. Pick 6 by Fowler would feed families.
Mm-hmm.
Lions best red zone defense league. Yeah, I saw Sandrick. They give up a ton of yards. They let you get to the red zone. But we weren't that good in red zone, and then we turned into one of the best red zone.
We got the neutralizer, man. That boy Jaden just makes plays, man. We're scoring on 3rd and goal where Jaden's dropping back from the 20. Like, that first touchdown to Diami was 3rd and goal from the 10. He dropped back to the damn 20 and threw a touchdown. And we've done 3rd and goal from like the 17 versus the Saints where he threw the touchdown. Like, we get active. We get active down there, man.
We'll have some packages Definitely we'll see some new stuff that Cliff hasn't done before. But I have us winning this game. Rio has us winning this game.
Yep.
I'm glad we're playing Saturday just so we get it out the way.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest with you, I'm sick of Sunday night. I'm sick of Monday night. All these like last games of the week.
Yep.
Give me Saturday night so we can win this game and we can watch the Eagles lose to the Rams in peace.
Yeah, we can hate watch in peace. I'll probably do it all day. All day hate watch stream, man. You know, I watch both games, but definitely for the Eagles game, man.
Yeah, so we'll have Texans and Chiefs Saturday at is it 3:30 or what times are I don't know if it's Central Time or Eastern Time on my computer right now. It says 7 p.m. for us. I think it's 8 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yeah, it's 8 o'clock on Fox. It's 8 o'clock Eastern on Fox, and we're coming right after the Texans Chiefs game.
Which I don't think it's gonna be a good game, honestly.
I hope I would like to see Houston's defense make that interesting, but playoff Kansas City's nice. But that Houston defense is if Stroud shows up, that's gonna be a game.
That's the thing. I don't know if he can.
We're gonna see.
It's gonna be a feed Nico Collins like it's like he's Terry kind of game.
They need Mixon. Mixon's banged up. They need Mixon to set the tone.
I was just looking at that. They said he's still hurt. But
who you got in the other games? Yeah, I'm gonna ask you before we get out of here.
I got Chiefs by 3. It's gonna be like 20-17. And then of course I got us winning the second game of Saturday.
Who you got? Bills, Ravens.
That's what I was gonna say, bro. I don't even know. That is. Oh, I can't wait to watch that one.
I think Lamar
in Buffalo.
I think we're getting a rematch of the. You know what would be so cool if Houston and Washington just bracket bust and both win and knock both 1 seeds out, guaranteeing we're getting a new champion this year. Wouldn't that be fire, yo?
I think it's possible too.
I'm so conflicted because I want some new shit to happen, but I also kind of want to see the Chiefs 3-peat. So it's like if they get there.
I don't want to see him 3-peat, man.
I don't know. I kind of want
them ring on the AFC side. Mm-hmm. And hot take, I don't even like the Bills. I think they're annoying as fuck sometimes too.
You know, I like to see history and greatness, and if my team ain't doing it, I like to see somebody else do it. You know, and
Rio's gonna be doing a live stream during the game.
Hell yeah, you gonna have that link. You can pop up whenever, man.
I'll be here chilling. I definitely will.
I'm gonna go live through both games on Saturday.
Damn, shout out to you. Yes, definitely get a hate watch on us. We love to hate watch. Gonna need Cliff to go deep in his bag. Yeah. But yeah, I think bro. I just don't trust going to Buffalo, man. Anytime you got to go to Buffalo, but it's in the playoffs. It's just different.
That game is going to drastically shift hatred and slander toward whoever loses it. Because those are
the MVP game.
That's the MVP conversation. Whoever loses that game, yo, just throw your phone away till next season, bro. Like, don't even open the social media up because
the hatred is real too.
The slander is gonna be disgusting.
That MVP talk, it's already been like bad. Like I don't even follow that many Ravens fans. Thank God I don't follow that many Bills fans.
That should look like election talk.
It does. It's red and blue all over my screen. I'm like, damn, they hate each other, bro.
Yo,
talking about this and that. Oh, who's Josh Allen? I'm like, I gotta get off.
It gets way too personal. Like, fam, we're talking about 2 quarterbacks. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, I mean, they're both really good. Dallas Goedert did not practice. AJ Brown was limited because of his knee.
Who you got? Rams, Eagles, man.
I was gonna say we haven't talked about that one. I will say I think the Ravens beat the Bills.
Same.
Damn, Rams and Eagles.
I want to pick the Rams so bad.
I do too.
But I think the Eagles are gonna win. I hate that, but I think the Eagles are gonna win. But
hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Rams do win. I think Matt Stafford in the playoffs
is so much better than Jalen Hurts.
Oh, by a lot.
I don't know. Something is telling me. I hope I'm wrong. Something's telling me we're going to see like Hurts from the Super Bowl versus the Chiefs this week. Hurts are going to go crazy this week.
Fuck no.
I think Hurts is going to ball this week.
Their defense got so much better secondary wise. Witherspoon's been balling out for them. But they do give up a a lot of passing yards. Like
they was getting after Sam Darnold. They had like 9 sacks on Sam Darnold.
that's what I'm saying, though. Like, go back to that first game we played them. Oh my god, bro, we were on his ass, Jalen Hurts. Like we were on his
Louvu.
ass.
That's the last time I remember seeing Louvu get active.
I was trying to see passing yards. Yeah, Rams are up there. But that defensive line, bro, Jared Verse, Fisk, Byron Young, bro. If they get on Jalen Hurts like that, he crumbles. He crumbles under pressure. All we had to do, in my opinion, is stop Saquon. I have no doubt that they can get to Jalen Hurts. But for me, it comes down to stopping Saquon. I think it is supposed to everybody's saying Rams. Rams coming together at the right time. You see how active that defense was. That's what I'm saying. I said that last month. I said, bro, don't let this Rams team get hot and make the playoffs. They're gonna piss some fan bases off when they start upsetting people. They're gonna force Hurts to throw. Yep. Radar said it might be a snow game.
Ooh.
I like Kyron Williams too.
Kyron Williams is great. I want the Rams to win that game. Just believe we're gonna be hate watching to the last second. And
I think there's a path to it though, just because of their D line.
The storylines that come with the Rams getting to the NFC Championship is crazy because if it's the Lions, that's lit as hell. Stafford versus old team in the NFC Championship. And if it's us, that's Jaden going to another controlled environment, a dome in LA. He's a California kid. Oh my God. And it's going to be in a neutral site because they're not playing at SoFi next week.
No.
So the Rams make it very weird if, unless they're going to Detroit.
If it's Lions and Eagles, it's like, all right, I feel like that's the two best teams in NFC. Whatever. If it's like Lions, Rams, like I said, that Stafford, that game's always going to be lit.
Yep.
The Lions, Rams, until Stafford retires. Detroit is literally stupid. You need a defense to win at this level. I got the Rams. They got Stafford and McVay. That's what I'm saying, man. Maybe it's because I just hate the Eagles, but every time I see this game, I just see the Rams winning this shit.
Ooh, team,
bro! If
another little hype video. Oh no, that's just from practice. Okay.
No, I'm about to say if Puka and Kupp can stay healthy this game, bro, I guess it'd be what is it? Would it be Quinyon on Kupp or Puka?
No, Cooper Kupp is washed. Like it would definitely be Puka drawing the number one corner.
I mean, I kind of like that matchup though. Puka, dog, bro. I love that boy. He's weird to be out there.
Yeah, that boy can hoop too.
Yeah, talk about missing some screws. Puka, he definitely got some screws missing.
That's what I need. That's what I need right there, man. I love that.
Yeah, if Rams win, they come to DC, right?
No,
no, because we're the bottom seed. There's no chance of us going to home game.
We're the only wild card team that won.
Yeah.
So there's no possible scenario. There's no possible scenario that Northwest would open back up this year, guys.
Eagles don't look impressive a lot of the season.
They don't.
No, they underperform so much. See Luther Bird, D and Rondo. Yeah, I posted that clip on Twitter last night. Shout out to Luther, shout out Rondo. Is it me or were there more Rams fans in Arizona than LA? They don't like their home state. I don't know why. Rams fans in LA don't like football.
LA, they not a football town, man.
Even, bro, I'm telling you, even when Caleb had the Heisman, there was nobody at USC games. That bitch was empty. They would go up to the people in the top, like, y'all come down to the lower bowl. We got to fill this shit up for the TV. Yeah, Braden Fisk is a dog. Fisk was like, 4 or 5 picks after Newton.
Yep, sure was. But
I still like Newton. Yeah,
I still like Johnny, man. Johnny, I need to see more flashes out of him, but
Fisk been
his motor
a fucking dog this year, though.
Fisk and Verse are absurd.
Yeah, them together too. I'm glad they got to stay together. That video when they drafted each other, that was like one of my favorite videos of the draft. When Jared Verse was there.
That was a nice little moment. Nice little emotional touch.
I'm rooting for him. In the NFC outside of us, I'm rooting for the Rams, and in the AFC outside of us, I hate to say it, but I'm pulling for the Ravens just because of Lamar and Jake.
I was rooting for the Lions until they ran into us, because I want to see that team win. I know, especially how they're looking at us like we're a Make-A-Wish team, and I don't like that shit.
Nah, I'm
They're
telling
fans.
y'all.
They're fans, not them.
Yeah, the fan. I'm saying, man, this is the worst our roster will ever be. You know how excited I am.
Mhm.
And like this offseason, we're not there yet. But this offseason is going to be
So
fucking
much
huge.
fun, man. Adam Peters, it's your world.
You talking about motion and money?
Mm-hmm.
This offseason is going to be crazy. But we got a game to win, Rio. We're going to close it out here. Appreciate everyone that came through on the chat. Hit that subscribe and like button before you head out. Follow Rio on his channel, Rambling with Rio. He's going to be live for the watch party Saturday and Sunday.
Yes, sir.
All day.
If we lose, we don't know about Sunday, but if we win, for sure Sunday. For sure, Sunday.
At least hate Sunday. You got to do the first game.
Yeah. I don't know if I got to hate watching me if we lose.
If we lose, that's all we do got is hate.
Right.
For the Lions and the Eagles. At that point, it's fuck both of them. If we lose, I'm going straight from the Rams. But yeah, the Lions rolled out some players. We are healthy for the good point. I don't know who their backup right guard is. I gotta check it out. But I appreciate y'all, and we'll see y'all Saturday. I'll be going live on Bleacher Report right after the game, win or lose. And so are Rio. So come check it out. Come support your boys, not those random ass bot dudes on YouTube that's not fans of the team. Ain't that right, Rio?
Yes, sir. Watch the real watch parties, man. Don't be watching these grifting ass watch parties from guys that are fake fans.
AI bots.
I ain't trying to put them out there, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. The live scoreboards, no spinny wheels. You win a T-shirt type shit over here. Just vibes, and we watching football games on Sunday.
This ain't a Wheel of Fortune. This is
it's not.
This is real ball. Appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all Saturday.
Yes, sir.